Hey guys, it's me, Liz, again, and this week we are going to do a plan with me as I set up my month of June. So I thought it'd be fun to really kind of go through and walk you through my whole setup. So let's get started. Right now I am working on the intro page. So this is my little welcome to June page. I've started doing these recently because I really like the idea of having it broken up and really knowing that, okay, May's over, we're on to June, let's start something fresh, let's start something new, and go from here. So I just started doing this, I think, for April and May, and so now June. So this is going to be a super simple banner. I didn't want to overthink it. I just wanted to make it clean and pretty and to the point. Sometimes I do tend to get a little bit more, I guess, graphic or artistic, but this time I wanted to keep it simple. So I'm working on a new lettering style here. I'm using the thickest micron that I have, which is 0.8, which is really, really fat and thick, as you can tell. And that's what I'm doing to do the outlines of the letters for hello. Some of the letters are a little wonky. I wasn't really trying to make them perfect, so we're just going to roll with it. Then once I was done with that, I went back in and started adding little fine lines with my 0.05 micron, which you'll see in 3, 2, 1, boom. So yeah, this is the 0.05, which is the finest tip that I have, and that was just kind of, creating a little bit variation in weights to give it some texture without filling it in with color. It's a super simple shading technique, but I like to do that with my lettering. And then once I was done with that, I thought it'd be fun to break up the typography and go back to my brush calligraphy. So here I'm using my Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip pen, which is pretty much my go-to for brush lettering. And I'm just doing a very simple lowercase type of lettering. I was going to try to do a sort of bounce style, which is why that end is so high, but then I kind of changed my mind in the middle of it, so now it's just like a really high end, but whatever, it's cool. I'm happy with it, and that's just what I did. So it was a little bit off-center, so I thought it'd be fun to balance that with a few doodles of some flowers. I didn't want to do like roses or anything because I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more playful and less formal, so I thought these fun little daisies would be happy and simple and a nice little addition to the page. So they're kind of looking like they're growing from the ground here. The petals are just like a very simple oblong petal, and then on the bottom the leaves are basically like little hearts. I just like to do my leaves like that. It makes it a little happier. And then right here I'm just doing the shadow with my Tombow dual brush pen in blush, which is my favorite color, and it's number 772, which I will link below. It's actually a little bit lighter than it normally is just because I've been using it a lot lately and I think it's kind of starting to run out of ink, so time for me to stock up on that because I use this blush a lot. And then to keep with the pink theme, I wanted to use my super fun and cute flamingo washi tape. I just got this and I've been constantly trying to find like reasons to use it because it is just so freaking cute. I mean, pink flamingos, hello. And it keeps with the lighthearted kind of fun motif that I wanted with this page. I didn't want it to be too serious. So now I'm adding just like a mini June calendar, and I kind of feel like I repeat my calendars a lot. I have my year at a glance at the beginning, and then right here you can see all of my weeklies have like a little calendar. But for me, it really helps to have that quick visual. Like, I know I can jump to my year at a glance, but sometimes it's really annoying to have to go back and forth, and I really like to just have just a quick reference of my calendar. So I've started adding this here because I feel like it's, for me personally, very, very useful. Now, if you don't find that you need to reference your calendar that often, then by all means don't put it in your intro page. But, you know, I'm kind of a visual person, so when I'm scheduling things, I really like to know where in the week it falls and, you know, what's coming up ahead. I like to have that all kind of right there. So, this was a little off center too, but this was actually on purpose because I wanted to kind of mimic what I did with the top and add some flowers again. But I didn't want to do the exact same kind of look with the flowers growing from the ground, so I kept the same style of flower, but made it more of like a, I don't know, like a collage or mosaic. I don't even know what you'd call it, but I basically just did the same flower, but in varying sizes. So, you know, when there's like a little bit of space, I kind of made really tiny ones, and then, you know, use those to fill in the gaps. And again, it was something that was supposed to be super simple, not overthought, but just a nice way of bringing kind of like some happy, fresh flowers into it. And I don't know, maybe later I'll color them in, but I kind of like the look of the black. So we actually jumped ahead because I didn't realize that my phone stopped recording because I got a phone call. So I actually finished the next page and not realizing that I was not recording, but you didn't miss much. So right now I'm just kind of showing you again my first page and then the month at a glance, which is what you missed. So just a little polka dot washi tape and then my days of the week or days of the month. Pretty self-explanatory. So what you did miss though was me setting up my tracker page, which is the mood tracker, which I've started doing in a few videos previously. So those are all the moods that I like to track, and then what's new is the sleep tracker, which I wanted to kind of see how my sleep how much sleep I get throughout the month. So between 4 and 12 hours, which is a pretty wide range, but I figured it'd be nice to have. I've never done that before, but we'll see if I find it useful. And then I made this cute little hanging sign because I wanted to give myself just like a little reminder to eat clean and healthy. I've been really incorporating a lot of new kind of vegan alternatives to my diet, even though I'm by no means vegan. I'm just wanting to kind of be healthier and eat a lot cleaner. So rather than making some, you know, over the top list or rules or what have you, I just wanted to put a cute little reminder that just makes me happy and makes me look at it and go, you know what, yeah, I gotta be a little smarter with what I do and what I cook and how I choose my produce and my food. And so it says, remember, clean eating makes you happy, because it does. At least in me personally, it makes me very happy. And now I'm doing my monthly YouTube video tracker. So I do this every month, and it's a way of me tracking the videos that I post for the month. So since I post every Saturday, I have an icon to be filled in for each Saturday. So the month of June has 4 Saturdays, so I'm doing 4 little play buttons, which is the YouTube icon, as you guys all know. And once I upload the video, I fill it in, and I've been really finding it to be super useful in keeping me accountable. I've been having this channel for a few months now, and I've not missed even one Saturday yet, so I'm super, super happy, and I think part of it has to do with having this tracker. I mean, it's really useful. So it's a nice way to have like a very, very minimalized tracker for something that you don't need to do all the days of the month for. So, you know, whatever it is that you do on like a less frequent basis, you can use something simple like this. It's not really all about the frills, it's all about productivity. which a lot of my bullet journal is like that. I do have some decoration and whatnot, but it's really about the point of the bullet journal, which is to be efficient. So this next page is my gratitude page. I initially started it as a gratitude log, and I, did the days of the month so I can have a space for every day. But then I realized, I don't like the pressure of having to have something to say every single day. I've got a lot going on. I don't really have the time always at the end of the day to kind of sit down and be like, what am I grateful for? So instead I decided to do a gratitude page that is really more of a free form. So I get to it when I get to it. I can do a few things at a time or just one thing at a time. I can doodle, I can write phrases, I can write words. It really is a free page for me to kind of just explore and really just show what I'm grateful for without feeling pressured to do it in a certain manner or a certain timeline, because I feel like I want it to be stress-free and a happy page, and so that's my style now. And so right now I'm just doing a cute little banner, did the outline with the microns, and painted it again with my Tombow dual brush pens. This one was like an orange sherbet color, and the number is 873. Again, I will link that below. And then, of course, my beautiful Fudeno Suki brush pen to do the lettering on top. I think I might start incorporating my actual dip pen into my bullet journal. I normally been using these brush pens, but I am a traditional calligraphy artist at heart, so maybe it'll be fun to incorporate that. You guys let me know. Would you like to see that, or do you prefer to see the brush pens? Let me know in the comments below, and I will keep it in mind for my future videos. So there's the gratitude header. Of course, very simple, which is what I wanted to go for. I don't like clutter. If you can tell from my previous layouts on this layout, I do not like clutter. It fogs up my mind. So the more white space that I see, the happier my brain is. So you will never find a super overly drawn page in my bullet journal. Sorry guys, if that's what you want. I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there, but I'm not that girl. So anyways, rather than putting washi tape on the bottom, I thought it'd be fun to circle back to the cute little flowers that I've been doing, and made that sort of like a faux washi tape border kind of look on the bottom, because I know that I'm going to have enough room. My gratitude pages aren't typically too packed, so not that I'm not grateful for things, but that, sometimes I find myself repeating, so I know that I'm going to have that room in the bottom to spare. So I thought it'd be fun to just zhuzh it up a little and continue with the look that I was going for. So now we're going to jump into my first weekly. June already began in my bullet journal before I did this. It was a split week of the end of May and the beginning of June. So this actually starts June 4th. So my first weekly for June is actually technically the second week of June. But whatever, it's all in there, it's fine. So right here, I'm doing my weekly layouts, which are 4 cells tall with 1 cell in between. I like to do my Sunday through Saturday all on the left. I've tried a bunch of different layout styles, but this works best for me and my brain. So I'm just going to do a little speed up of what I'm doing here, just so you can kind of not watch me draw lines for a million hours. So now we jumped ahead and I started filling in each of these spaces with little fine lines. I was going to do it all the way, but then I didn't really like how it was looking, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to forget this and move on. So instead, I decided to black it out. Um, I felt like I just didn't want to deal with all the hassle of it, so I just figured, you know what, start from scratch, which is totally okay. Again, like I say, we're not trying to go for perfect here. This is my journal, and I didn't want to have the stress of doing all these little lines. So this is where it's going, and I'm going to kind of speed it up a little bit for you. Alright, so now that's done, and we are adding the days of the week. So I kind of ventured off from the pink and orange look that I was going for, and I got this blue. I figured it just went well with black. Super simple, just doing my days of the week and filling that in. And so now I wanted to kind of zhuzh up the page a little bit, and I wanted to keep with the graphic black and white look, so I pulled out my fun chevron black and white washi tape. I haven't used this before, so I really just wanted an excuse to use it. And I thought, well, make it a black and white page. It'll be fun, change it up. So I decided to use this on both pages of my spread. Right here, I actually put it a little wonky, and I tried to fix it, but to no avail. My son was getting antsy, so I was like, you know what? I'm good. This is good. I'm good. So right now I'm just going to speed it up a little, but I'm basically just going to add my to-do header, because I really like to have this section be my giant master list for the week rather than doing dailies, because I don't know, for me, dailies take up more time than are really efficient. So I do one master to-do list for the week so I can see and keep track of. And then I migrate over things that I didn't finish from the week before. So I'm putting my tiny calendar on top so that way I can know what's coming up, because I like to, I always have to have kind of appointments and whatnot, and so I like to have a reference for my monthly calendar every week. And then I do my modified tracker for the week. Sometimes I add things, sometimes I remove things. This week is really simple: water, prescription, exercise, work, and practice lettering. I put work on there because I am a stay-at-home mom. So when I work, it's really just a few hours, every couple days. So I like to kind of keep track of that on my own. But that's it. So yeah, that's basically my week. I hope you enjoyed this fun little plan with me, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.